Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good afternoon. Please take a seat. I want to begin by saying to the class of 2020, welcome back. Let's hear it. My name is Kerry Cooper, and as the chair of the Ohio University Board of Trustees, it is my privilege to convene this, the 2020 commencement ceremony. Welcome. Welcome, graduates. Welcome to the families and friends of the graduates. Thank you so much for being here. I'm also very happy to be with you here today in person on this beautiful green. Also thrilled to have so many people watching online today. Today's ceremony rekindles for me a somewhat personal memory, if you will indulge me just briefly. I have been told that one of the last commencement ceremonies on this screen was one of the last for the class of 1964. I was here. There you go. You're probably surprised I made it this far. Also in that class was a young woman, Mary Ann Moore, and I can tell you that shortly after the graduation ceremony, we were married, and it was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. And I hope that each of you will have similar fond memories of your time at Ohio University as you go forward. We have a lot to celebrate today. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Welcome, class of 2020. Finally, after 16 months, I can't tell you how wonderful it is to see you all out here today. We so appreciate that you came back to celebrate your graduation. As president of Ohio University, and on behalf of our faculty and staff, I am pleased to welcome you to this historic commencement ceremony. Thank you for making the trip back to Ohio University. We are so person or watching online. We are also honored to have with us today members of the Ohio University Board of Trustees, academic leaders, and administrative leaders. I'm especially grateful to have Lydia Romla, Student Senate President for the class of 2020, here on the platform also. We also have members of the faculty, our outstanding faculty, with us today. On behalf of the graduates, we thank you for your dedication, creativity, and passion. You've prepared your students to graduate in a world that has changed rapidly in the last year and a half, and you have helped them to succeed. Thank you. Finally, I would like to recognize those among you who serve and protect our country. Some of you have entered the armed forces as officers, an honor you earned through the completion of the Reserve Officer Training Corps program. Others of you who have served our nation before coming to Ohio University. We also have members in our audience today who are veterans or current members of the armed forces. I would ask them to please stand to be recognized. And now to our graduates. First, let me say once again how happy we all are to see you here today. When you chose to be a Bobcat, you became part of a fun, supportive, and caring community. You learned about that when you first started your time here and began to make friends and memories. And soon, Ohio University felt like home, and your fellow Bobcats like a family. And then when your senior year and all of our lives were changed due to the global pandemic, I know it was difficult. It was heartbreaking to see our campuses close, our classrooms empty, and our brick pathways to quiet. I know it was difficult to leave your friends in your home, but I also know that you supported each other. And after you graduated, you continued on your own personal journey over this past year. I want to salute you for overcoming so many challenges and for doing your best through this difficult time. We are all proud of you, and everyone watching here and online is proud of you. Let's hear it for the class of 2020. You will be remembered and celebrated in many ways, not only for what you accomplished at Ohio University, but for the achievements you are making now and the heights you will continue to reach in years ahead. And remember, no matter where you are in the world, Ohio University will always be your home. You are forever Ohio, and we are forever proud of you. Whoops. Along with our students who have waited here today to be honored, we are also delighted to confer honorary degrees on two outstanding individuals. Our first honorary degree recipient is Francis A. Pape, who is one of the nation's foremost experts in plastic surgery and facial reconstruction. I'd like to ask now for Dr. Pape to come to the podium, and also invite up Executive Vice President and Provost Dr. Elizabeth Sayers to read the honorary degree citation.
Recognized as a world-renowned surgeon, your experience, knowledge, and innovation have driven fundamental advances in the areas of plastic surgery and facial reconstruction. In 2008, you served as the chief craniofacial plastic surgeon during the first near-total face transplant in the United States. As a forward thinker and a compassionate patient advocate, you provide help and hope to those who experience physical pain and suffering. You have achieved an unprecedented level by pioneering novel surgical techniques in combination with researching the utilization of bone substitutes in craniofacial reconstruction, nasal valve function in rhinoplasty, pediatric craniofacial anomalies, and approaches of neuromodulation to address cluster migraine headaches, sleep apnea, and other chronic maladies. You've been a fellow or board director for some of the top professional societies, including the American College of Surgeons, American Academy of Pediatrics, American Board of Plastic Surgery, and American Society of Maxillofacial Surgeons, in addition to membership of AOA National Medical Honor Society and more than 20 other medical and surgical organizations. Inducted into the National Academy of Inventors, you are the primary creator of more than 40 medical devices and surgical procedures, and you hold numerous patents in addition to being a founder of several medical device companies. Your accomplishments receive frequent accolades, including the WebMD Health Hero Award for Sciences, the Cleveland Clinic's George and Grace Kreil Award, and the Golden Scalpel Award. You were the 2016 Ohio University Medal of Merit Award recipient and the 2017 Northeast Ohio Medical University Outstanding Alumnus. After receiving your Bachelor of Science degree from Ohio University in 1975, you earned a master's degree in biomedical engineering from Case Western Reserve, and in 1983, a Doctor of Medicine from Northeast Ohio Medical University. Your commitment to advancing science and its benefits to humanity continues through your service as the Institute Chair at the Cleveland Clinic Health System Dermatology and Plastic Surgery Institute, and as a Professor of Surgery at Cleveland Clinic Lerner College of Medicine of Case Western Reserve University.
In recognition of your achievement, and by virtue of the authority of the Board of Trustees, Ohio University confers upon you, Francis A. Pape, the honorary degree, Doctor of Science, with all the rights, privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations. I think we got it backwards. This often happens. There we go.
You know, and as a plastic surgeon, you got to look good. You know what I mean? So thank you very much, and it's quite an honor. I mean, it's good to be here back in Athens. It's good to be home. You know, I consider this my home. I've been to several universities around the world, but this is my home. This is where it all started, and I'd like to tell you some stories. Okay, I mean, my life was just like Forrest Gump. If you've ever seen the movie. Okay, it's been full of uncanny serendipity. Like Forrest, I found myself in unexpected, unexplained situations, relationships, adventures, and accomplishments in life. And they all seem to start here at OU. To begin with, it was much more than serendipity that I arrived at Ohio University in 1971. In a crisp fall day in 1970, during a college tour with my parents, we were coming over the Hocking Hills on Route 33 during the sunset at that time exactly on the OU campus. Gradually, as the sunset faded, the flickering lights of homes on the hillside around the splayed-out brick campus popped up like fireflies. I go, this is what the profs may live in. It was warm, dreamlike, mural. So this is what college should feel like, I said to myself. I was home. My resident during that year, and my freshman year at Sargent Hall on the West Green, was Steve Kappas. It was during the time of the Vietnam War, and we were all up for being drafted under the first lottery at that time. Steve was right next to me. Steve eventually ended up becoming a Marine, and then an honor guard at the White House, and then disappeared for a while. He finally came out and became deputy director of the CIA. How uncanny is that? Like Forrest Gump. My freshman honors class in philosophy was taught by Professor Borchelt, who would often proclaim at that time that sanity is the majority vote. An important reality check for me during the Vietnam War and the Cold War that still echoes with me today. Just look at the news. My comparative anatomy professor was Dean and Professor Rush Elliott. It was he who helped me set my personal GPS for my future's life journey. I had the opportunity to earn a little bit of my money serendipitously during the summer in Athens, and was hired by Professor Elliott to paint his house. Rain or shine, snow or sleet, he always asked me to take a walk for him in the morning and claimed what a beautiful day it was, no matter what the weather was, as I set up my ladders. It was these life lessons, these walks, that Dr. Elliott taught me much more than vertebrate comparative anatomy. It was about developing relationships with those around you to achieve something bigger, he would say. To practice introspection, to look inside you, yet to set personal expectations beyond what others expect of you, to create purpose and impact in your life. Time is such a great equalizer, isn't it? And that has become more evident the older I have become. Dr. Elliott is no longer with us, though his impact, like other Ohio University life lessons and professors, live on through me, and like other fellow Bobcats, now live on through you. Later in my medical career, after America's first face transplant, I was able to take on care of another OU Bobcat, Senator Voinovich. Listening to his love of Ohio University in Athens and how he met his wife, in addition to advice and musing at that time on the presidential campaigns, was again serendipitous. And just like Forrest Gump, serendipity struck again. So please remember, like Forrest Gump, be childlike, not childish. Be somewhat foolish, yet authentic and kind. Ignore the noise and the chaos, because it'll always be around you. Refuse the prejudice and hate in the world. Keep moving with resilience and evolving into something greater that you or your family or even your advisors thought that you would ever become. It's okay to fear. It's okay to fail. I've done it multiple times. And it's even okay to change your career, as I have multiple times, as long as you continue to adapt and move forward. As a graduate now, it is time to leave the nest, to leave Athens, Ohio, to leave your home, and to become bold and adventurous. Finally, it is through your unexpected relationships with others that serendipity can potentially become so powerful. It is these relationships that create an unstoppable collective force, a collective genius, so to speak. And it will be your legacy to drive that collective force to the greater good. So pick your relationships carefully, since they are like life. And like Forrest said, a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Congratulations to the class of 2020, and please make your life joyous. Thank you.
Our next honorary degree recipient is Richard A. Vincent, who is a dynamic leader and steadfast champion of the osteopathic profession. Mr. Vincent, please come forward while Dr. Sayers reads the citation.
Throughout a remarkable 47-year career advancing osteopathic medicine and improving health and quality of life, you've demonstrated visionary leadership and community service that will endure for generations. Your illustrious career at Doctors Hospital spanned 27 years, following 4 years as a medic in the United States Air Force. Your visionary and executive leadership resulted in the 1998 asset sale of the Doctors Hospital system, culminating in the largest health foundation in Ohio and the largest osteopathic supportive foundation in the United States. Your proactive strategic leadership envisioned and facilitated the 2011 transformational gift of $105 million to Ohio University's Heritage College of Osteopathic Medicine, which has forever changed and empowered the Heritage College, now Ohio's largest public medical college, with new state-of-the-art educational facilities on the Athens, Cleveland, and Dublin campuses. Your unwavering support fueled the early development and expansion of the Heritage College's research strategy, including foundation support for the Academic Research Center and endowed research chairs focused on pressing health issues and enabled significant growth in medical student primary care scholarships, thereby reducing debt upon graduation. Your lifelong advocacy for health policy, medical education, and research continues to make an indelible mark on the profession of osteopathic medicine.
In recognition of your achievement and by virtue of the authority of the Board of Trustees, Ohio University confers upon you, Richard Vincent, the honorary degree, Doctor of Humane Letters, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations. I'm going to let you pick it up.
Dr. Sherman's first time, he's doing okay so far, you think? They like you. I'd like to extend my appreciation to the Ohio University Board of Trustees and the administration for the honor. Thank you so very much. To you, the graduates, we are very proud of your accomplishments. Finishing the year, your final year, obtaining your degrees during an international pandemic. You can't imagine the sense of pride and relief your families, and especially your grandparents and parents, are experiencing. So therefore, it may be an opportune time to ask for a little bit more money at this time. I'm honored and humbled by the recognition provided me by the university, but respectfully share it with the boards and staff with whom I've worked over the years. I've valued my relationship with OU leadership, the faculty, and staff. Very important to me has been the investment of time and effort while encouraging substantial funding in support of Ohio University, the students, and the graduates of the university's Heritage College of Osteopathic Medicine, which, as you heard earlier, is the largest medical school in Ohio, dedicated primarily to serving the citizens of Ohio. Again, thanks to the University Board for the acknowledgement. Most importantly, congratulations to all of you, and please accept my sincere wishes for a successful, happy, and healthy future, regardless of your career choice. I hope you love what you do and feel that it matters. I'll leave you with the words of an old humorist. Actually, she's deceased. Dr. Sherman will remember who she was, Irma Bombeck, who said, "You are given two ends, one to sit on and the other to think with. Your success will depend upon which one you use the most," of course. So thank you very much, and congratulations to all of you.
It is now my great pleasure to introduce today's commencement speaker, Dr. Keith Hawkins. A native of Ohio, Dr. Hawkins currently serves as the Assistant Professor of Astronomy at the University of Texas at Austin. A proud Bobcat, he received his bachelor's degree in astrophysics with minors in mathematics and African studies from the Honors Tutorial College at Ohio University as a Templeton and a Goldwater Scholar in 2013. After his time at Ohio, Dr. Hawkins completed a 2.5-year PhD, most of us take 6 or 7 years, in astronomy at the Institute of Astronomy, University of Cambridge in the United Kingdom as a British Marshall Scholar. His research interests are primarily in galactic archaeology with the goal of revealing the formation and evolution of our galaxy through detailed studies of its billions of stars. Please welcome Dr. Keith Hawkins.
Good afternoon. Just make sure everyone's awake. You can call me the Indiana Jones of the galaxy if you want. President Sherman, Provost Sayers, Deans, members of the faculty, family and friends, fellow Bobcats, and most importantly, the class of 2020. As an alumnus of Ohio University, I am deeply honored to be here to share this special moment with each of you. I want to thank President Sherman for the very kind introduction and the invitation to speak to you at this really momentous occasion. I am over the moon to be here, and that is saying something as an astronomer. Yes, you heard that correctly. I am an astronomer, not to be confused with an astrologer, who tries to glean insights of human emotions and affairs on the basis of the stars and planets. I have to clarify this because I'm often mistaken for an astrologer, and while I do explore and attempt to unveil the mysteries of the universe, I do not try to make insights to the human psyche, although I wish I could. So sadly, I cannot read your signs, so I apologize. But if I could, today's horoscope would probably read, "Congratulations, you have overcome one of life's greatest trials and tribulations and have succeeded in its challenges. It's time for you to reap your rewards. Good fortune awaits any Bobcat taking on the world." Besides my absolutely terrible attempt at reading signs, the most important thing I can say to each of you, the graduating class of 2020, is congratulations. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to your family, to your friends, and importantly, your mentors. You have not only graduated from the wonderful and prestigious Ohio University, but you've done so at one of the most challenging times in our collective human history, amidst the global pandemic. This graduation ceremony is probably probably unlike what any of us ever imagined, and certainly different than my own graduation from Ohio a mere 8 years ago. The speech I prepared for the 2020 commencement, I was going to join you all last year, looks very different than the one I'll give today. I very much hope they're okay, whoever is in need. Today is not just about your crowning achievement from graduation, or your achievement graduating college, a momentous occasion for sure, but it's a celebration also of achievements no matter how big or small since the start of the global pandemic. You have already faced the world's challenges and have succeeded. And so today is not only special because you completed your rigorous degree already here at Ohio, but you did it under some of the harshest of circumstances. I know, trust me, I'm a professor. I taught online, and it's very hard to learn online. And you crushed it nonetheless. For that, be proud of your accomplishments and all of the work, the hard work that has gone into achieving them. For many of you, the dream that you have realized in graduating college today is many billions of years in the making. That's right, billions of years. Your story begins billions of years ago inside of the core of long since dead stars that created the very material that makes all of us up. And in those years, leading up to, during, and now post-college, I'm sure that each of you have learned an astronomical amount. I know that I certainly did when I was in your shoes graduating 8 years ago. I learned not only a new way to view our world through a critical and scientific lens, but also many lessons along the way that have helped me be successful in accomplishing my dreams. So if you'll allow me, I would like to share some of those lessons with you today, starting with what I think is one of the most important. Inspiration and passion comes from unlikely places. So make sure to keep your eyes peeled, because when you truly love what you do, it can make life so much more fun. I can tell you from experience, finding a career that you're in love with is one of the best ways to stay happy in life. My own story is an illustration of this. Whenever I'm asked how I got into astronomy, it's not because I liked science. It's not because I had an innate desire to learn. And it's not even because of the beauty of the stars that light up the night sky. It was simply a crush. My first crush. In the 5th grade, I happened to sit next to a girl who liked space. She loved space, actually. She would check out encyclopedias of astronomy just to look at the pictures. We would constantly get in trouble for talking about what we saw. whether it was distant galaxies, black holes, or the absolute insane fact that the sun is green. It's not yellow, it's not red. Unfortunately, we can't see it today. But it is indeed green. Unfortunately, when we graduated and moved into the 6th grade, she moved away. I was heartbroken. But that separation did not curb my budding passion for the skies. Fueled by this inspiration, in high school I took up scientific research and entered several projects and science fairs around the world. At one of these science fairs, my project was serendipitously judged by Marcus Butcher, a former professor of physics and astronomy here at Ohio University. Unbeknownst to me at that time, he would become one of my career-long mentors. At the conclusion of the science fair, I asked him, "Can I visit Ohio University and do research there for the summer?" Sadly, as just a sophomore in high school, no such program enabled me to do this. So Professor Butcher did something incredible. He opened up his home and allowed me to crash there for 2 months while I explored my passion for astronomy. Imagine that, letting a high schooler stay with you for 2 months. This profound dedication to mentoring and training the next generation is illustrative of many of the staff and faculty that I found here at Ohio University, and it's what makes this place truly special. When the end of high school came, I was initially dead set on attending college somewhere else, at the University of Hawaii. Who wouldn't? Beaches, warm weather, palm trees, and great observatories. But what my summer exploring the beauty of Athens and the strength of OU, from the staff and the faculty, to the beauty of Athens, to the observatories in our community, our Bobcat community. In short, I fell in love with Ohio University and Athens too. And true to its vision, Ohio University was an extremely transformative learning experience where I didn't just sit idly in class or go to parties or eat probably way too much food at the newly renovated dining halls. I realized my promise as an astronomer and capitalized on the opportunities that I was afforded here. But this isn't just true for me, it's true for all of you as well. This leads me to the second lesson, which is seizing opportunities is one of the key hallmarks of being successful. Though I will always remember what my professor, I actually had him as a professor, and Vice President Joe Shields, who's just sitting over here, told me that when I graduated from OU, there are many paths to success. And now, class of 2020, you must go out and find yours. Along my journey through college and to success, I discovered that inspiration and passion are just the start, but achieving your dreams takes hard work, patience, failure, and above all, a team of supporters made up of family, friends, and mentors alike. This lesson is encapsulated in one of my absolute favorite stories of all time, the story of how our galaxy, the Milky Way, came to be. According to the Cherokee tradition, the story of our galaxy begins with an old couple. This old couple was living in a small town, and they were responsible for milling corn into cornmeal for the winter. They would store these large bags of cornmeal tucked away in a faraway shed. One day, they were absolutely horrified to learn that someone was stealing the cornmeal. When they looked at the tracks left behind in the cornmeal, they realized that the culprit was an incredibly large dog. It was so large, it was actually called a spirit dog. So they devised a plan to get rid of this pesky animal that was stealing their cornmeal. They plotted with the tribe, and one night the townsfolk stayed up and waited for this spirit dog. As it dug its teeth into the cornmeal, ready to steal it, the townsfolk began to bang their loud noisemakers all at once and terrified the spirit dog. It got so scared, in fact, it ran into the sky, leaving behind a trail of cornmeal. And that cornmeal trail is now what we call the Milky Way. The moral of this story isn't just that's actually not how the Milky Way formed, by the way. If you want to know, come and ask me later. And even I don't really know the full answer to that, which is why I have a job. The moral of that story is simply that sometimes it really does take a village of supporters, a village of friends, and a village of mentors. I am an embodiment of that, and I stand before you here today in large part thanks to a large number or many close mentors who guided me along the way, some even here today, like Professor David Draybould, whose careful guidance in my tutorials helped me learn physics at a very deep level, or Carrie Frith, who taught me how to articulate my desire to improve the diversity of science. It was each of these mentors and countless others who believed in me even when I didn't believe in myself. And it was the advice of these mentors that helped me reach for the stars, and I mean actually literally reach for the stars. They helped me find my successful path in becoming a Marshall Scholar and spending 3 wonderful years at Cambridge, which if you don't know is basically Hogwarts. I actually went to school at Hogwarts, and I actually had to dress like this to go to dinner. The point of saying all of this, I completed my degree in record time and became one of the youngest, I was actually the youngest, professor of astronomy in the world at the time. The point of saying all of this is to encourage each of you to go out and build a community of mentors, of friends and supporters who will prop you up and help you achieve your wildest dreams, just like they did for me. As you leave college and enter the real world, remember these lessons, but also remember the skills and knowledge you acquired in college, as they are the basis for our educated society. Now more than ever, our country needs an educated group of young folks to beat pandemics, to write the policy to ensure equality for all, to write the stories and uncover truths, to create breathtaking art across a variety of mediums, to transcribe the historical record of humanity, and to walk to the edge of the unknown and beyond it. Keep on learning, keep on growing, and sharing your passion with the Bobcat community and beyond it. Try to stay in touch with the lifelong friendships you've made on these hallowed grounds. And finally, congratulations again, class of 2020. Once a Bobcat, always a Bobcat.
Thank you, Dr. Hawkins. That was fantastic. As Executive Vice President and Provost, I have the distinct pleasure and privilege of now recognizing the outstanding faculty of Ohio University. Faculty, you played a major role in helping these students earn their degrees. Thank you for your dedication to our students every year, but especially for your work with the class of 2020, and for how you have continued to reach out to them even after they graduated and move forward with their lives. Over the last 2 years, you have changed the way you teach, you have implemented new safety protocols for research and creative activity, and you have continued to keep moving forward, not just as imparters of knowledge, but by continuing to expand the limits of what is known. Thank you for caring so deeply about our students. You have served as a steadfast connection during tumultuous times. You have advised students, arranged co-curricular learning opportunities, and written letters of recommendation. Thank you for sharing your intellectual enthusiasm for your discipline. Your contributions have created the unique and innovative learning experience that we're celebrating here today. So on behalf of the university, I want to thank you for all of your hard work and your devotion to teaching, research, and service. Your work is the very heart of the mission of Ohio University. Thank you, faculty. And now to our graduates. Before we award your degrees, we have one more group to recognize. As we heard Dr. Hawkins talk about, each of you has had a special support in achieving your educational goals. I want you to take a moment to stand, find those special people either in the audience or if they're looking online, everyone who has supported you during your academic journey, and give them a round of applause. Graduates, now is the time you have been waiting for. It is time to confer degrees upon the class of 2020. We'll begin today with our graduates who have earned doctoral degrees. I'd like to call to the podium Dr. Joseph Shields, Vice President for Research and Dean of the Graduate College.
Thank you, Provost Sayers. The Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Education, Doctor of Audiology, and Doctor of Physical Therapy are the highest academic degrees in their fields granted by American universities. They are awarded to those who have demonstrated academic or clinical mastery in their field and successfully completed and defended a dissertation. The faculty member accompanying the doctoral candidate is either the student's major advisor or another faculty member who has been closely associated with the student's academic program. Candidates for Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Education, Doctor of Audiology, and Doctor of Physical Therapy degrees, please stand. President Sherman, these students have completed all the requirements for their doctoral programs. Accordingly, I have the very great honor of presenting them to you for conferral of their degrees.
On the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Ohio University Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Education, Doctor of Audiology, or Doctor of Physical Therapy, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations. We welcome you into the company of scholars.
Candidates for Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Education, Doctor of Audiology, and Doctor of Physical Therapy degrees, please come forward.
Graduates from the College of Arts and Sciences. Anne Allman, escorted by Dr. Catherine Jellison. Katrina Renee Hamilton, escorted by Dr. Peggy Ziccola. Bishnu Karki, escorted by Dr. Julie Roshi. Sam Nath Paniru, escorted by Dr. Carl Bruni. Rachel Ann Olson, escorted by Dr. Susan Williams. Kristen Marie Distel, escorted by Dr. Florence Plossman. Thank you, Dean Plossman. Graduates from the Patton College of Education. Sarah Ann McCorkle, escorted by Dr. Greg Kessler. James Alexander Reed, escorted by Dr. Greg Kessler. Chad Abel, escorted by Dr. Jason Tremblay. Thank you, Dean Hilfrich. And these are now the graduates from the Rest College of Engineering and Technology. Huad Al-Rikabi, escorted by Dr. Shad Surgand. Waleed Hamid, escorted by Dr. Shad Surgand. Rana Uda Mudashar, escorted by Dr. Shad Sargand. Thank you, Dean Way. Graduates from the College of Fine Arts. J.R. Hooper, escorted by Dr. Andrea Froni. Bizad Karim Namazi, escorted by Dr. Garrett Field. Ryan Christopher Harrison, escorted by Dr. Garrett Field. Thank you, Dean Sheftel. Graduates from the Graduate College. Elizabeth Ann Jensen, escorted by Dr. Darlene Berryman. Sophia Catherine Mort, escorted by Dr. Elizabeth Beverly. Daryl Mallory Davidson, escorted by Dr. Jenny Nelson. Thank you, Dean Shields. Graduates from the College of Health Sciences and Professions. An Din, escorted by Dr. Julie Brown. Christopher Michael Ephantides, escorted by Dr. Ashley Crow. Bridget Wright, escorted by Dr. Joanne Babino. Thank you, Dean McCarthy.
It is now my honor to present the candidates for master's degrees. Candidates, will you please rise? President Sherman, these candidates have completed all of the requirements for their master's programs at Ohio University. I therefore have the privilege of presenting them to you for conferral of their degrees.
Master's degree candidates, congratulations on successfully completing your advanced studies in fundamental or applied disciplines. On the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degrees that your respective studies have merited, with all the privileges and responsibilities pertaining hereto. Congratulations.
I would now like all of our master's degree graduates to come forward.
Layla Anita Erskine.
Hogan Nicholas Marshall.
Sarah Ann Dill.
Erin Elizabeth Fair.
Imen Mukonovich.
Samantha Diane Roberts.
Delia Marie Palmisano.
Maria Olivia Roberts.
Rafael Olacuado Raba.
India Victoria Taylor.
Burr Wilkinson Beard.
Priscilla Tutu.
Terrence Lee Reimer.
Amy Elizabeth Musselman.
Nicole Lee Og Lopez.
Cassiopeia Lynn Mosley.
Victoria Elizabeth Swarm.
Aaron Jacob Schneider.
Brittany Seals.
Anthony James Vaughn.
Aaron M. Wooten.
Grace Marie Kennedy.
Chelsea Peterson Morahan.
Marco D. Hunter.
Destiny Fordham.
Ashley Nicole Goins.
Kelly Coletta Zach.
John Bernard Jordan.
Rebecca Neese Mullins.
Alejandro Armenta.
Hillary J. Sickles.
Nathan Arthur Strum.
Stephanie Renee Robinson.
Nuhu Isifu.
Olivia J. Bauer.
Joseph Al-Najjar.
Brianna Janae Brown.
Tamra Jane Hawk.
Francisca Omayotome.
Adriana Navarro.
James Michael Crawford.
Lisa K. Malone.
Paige Elizabeth Young.
Jessica Leanne Ward.
Lauren Danielle Conley.
Gina L. Reed.
Casey Gale Arrowwood.
Matthew Thomas Welsh.
Laura Mae Conley.
Kimberly Helen Sullivan.
Michelena Allure Coles.
Christy Marie Dodig.
Sneha Ray.
Sunil Tiwari.
Jianwen Lee.
Monica C. Downing.
Christina Rose Brosovich.
Zach Loring Rogels.
Vernal Verma.
Farhan Haq.
Jessica Marie Chirico.
Akshay Argawal. Megan Ellisar. Keba Lowe.
President Sherman, it is my privilege to present the candidates for undergraduate degrees. So many of our students have distinguished themselves through their studies. I would like to especially recognize those students who have graduated with honors. Would all of those students who have graduated cum laude please stand and be recognized? Would those who are graduating magna cum laude please stand and be recognized? And finally, would those who are graduating summa cum laude please stand? It is my great honor to now present to you these students for the conferral of their degrees. Graduates, will you please rise? All of them, all of them. President Sherman, these students have completed all of the requirements of their degree programs. I therefore have the honor of presenting them to you for the conferral of their degrees.
On the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Ohio University Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degrees that your respective studies have merited, with all the privileges and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Graduates, it's my honor to welcome you into the family of Ohio University alums. You may now move your tassel from right to left. Congratulations. Please be seated. Our graduates will now be called up by their colleges so that they can be recognized.
Hello, graduates, family members, and friends. I'm Florence Plassman, the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, and I'm absolutely excited and delighted to be with you today. We're now going to officially recognize the class of 2020 from the College of Arts and Sciences. Graduates of the College of Arts and Sciences, please come forward.
Jenna Laurel Vance.
Emily Rose Costello.
Haley Autumn Flynn.
Morgan Brooke Bykowski.
Alexandra Elora Heron.
Hannah Lauren Higgins.
Madison Paige Gamble.
Anika Karasi.
Megan Victoria Pesacek.
Nicholas D. Chilson.
Dylan Vernon Ruby.
Antonio Luis Serrano.
Brianna Joy McElrath.
Alicia Jenkins.
Honesty Thomas.
Ivy C. Whaley.
Dominique Edwards.
Joseph Whittington Fredette.
Ava Michelle Schmidt.
Holly Ann Reardon.
Macy Elise Brammer.
Emily Bridget Burns.
Robert Earl Anthony Corns.
Jairus John Wilson.
Mario Gwillen.
Sarah Mackenzie Hall.
Samuel Coleman Kukor.
Emily Christia Adams.
Falcon Alexander Roth.
Lauren Annetta Bussart.
Ian Woods.
Jacqueline Rose Parrott.
William Fullerton.
Ethan James Walker.
Jeffrey Daniel Geiger.
Emily Page Walker.
Amanda Annette Givens.
Victoria Elise West.
Amanda Marie Smith.
Dean Michael Crofta.
Alexis Kendall Hummer.
Rachel Murray Thomas.
Deja Hale.
Bryson Patrick Dowers.
Dominic Anthony Sergey.
Brittany Ann Force.
Braden Cole Rubel.
Erin Marie Clunn.
Courtney Nicole Davis.
Jonathan Charles Sisler.
Gabrielle Brockert.
Elise Christine Katz.
Spencer John Jose Van Fleet.
Curtis Michael Pilato.
Jasmine Lynn Johnson.
Hunter Beich.
Victoria Obeng Ajay.
McKenna Ariana Boyd.
Courtney Marie Dudley.
Letitia Gail McCullough.
Emily Hilber.
Heaven Lee Graham.
Tatiana Gabrielle Farmer.
Noah Michael Pickering.
Jeff Carlson.
Hannah R.J. Petrella.
Catherine Williams.
Jacob Michael Collins.
Evan Stegman.
Chanley Renee Hamilton.
Rachel Marie Shakovsky-Popa.
Sonia Lenore Ferrier.
Joseph Andrew McLean.
Saraya Lauren Abner.
Isatu Boy.
Gracie Nicole Book.
Michaela Dawn Trewick.
Samantha Lorraine Seafeld.
Hannah Catherine Rowe.
Taylor Brisbane.
Brooklyn Nicole Kuhn.
Madeline Rose LaFlamme.
Brittany Lucille Hawthorne.
Gabe Thomas McKeever.
Tia Nicole Hoosier.
Jacob Coleman.
Clarissa Lynn Ferrari.
Jenna Marie Berger.
Elizabeth Noel Devine.
Emily Torres.
Lauren Michelle Maricino.
Alyssa Ann Boer.
Riley James Nichols.
Megan Lynn Skidmore.
Hannah Nicole Lamping.
Rachel K. Ronfeld.
Avi Margaret Colmer.
Madeline Frances Bishop.
Colin Michael Williams.
Claire Elizabeth Schrantz.
Rebecca Ann Kula.
Wyatt Riley Brady.
April Dawn Travis. Natalie Renee Summers.
Kaylee Lane McCormick.
Kayla Way.
Peter William Hain.
Kiliana Gonzalez.
Betty Jane Puckett Sowers.
Abigail Marie Stratton.
Victoria Rose Greenlee.
Laura Ray Jackham.
Abigail Christine Keller.
Rachel Olivia Yoho. Colin Trent Brown.
Good afternoon. We are so happy to have all of you here with us this special day. I am Dr. Jackie Reese-Ulmer, and I am honored to now present to you these outstanding graduates of the College of Business. College of Business graduates, please come forward.
Shannon Christine Theobald.
David Herman.
Georgia Lynn Golek.
Sydney Elizabeth Santo.
Kenzie Ray Dugan.
Avery Babel.
Kayla Ann Zebchek.
Daniel John Ambrosi.
Carrie Ann Brown.
Eleanor Rose Wernicke.
Matthew Schaefer Herco.
Shelby Renee Burke.
James Robert Serentino.
Hidar bin Hamid.
Morgan Ashley Klimak.
Samuel Glosson.
Anna Marie Zorn.
Kara Lucille Buck.
Nicole Teresa Kurile.
Daniel Thomas Foster.
Jenna Marie Davis.
Jenna Rachel Goldberg.
Ryan Matthew Leppert.
Liza Kathleen Boyd.
Daniel Lee Mendenhall.
Alexa Raquel Moles.
Emily Joy Rodick.
Sarah Maureen Segriff.
Taylor Elise Charles.
Andrea Michelle Markins.
Kristen Marie Kowecki.
Madison Ann Elkovich.
Jillian Mueller.
Noah Patrick Orant.
Mina Renee Colson. Aletha Inibakun Davis.
Austin McLean.
Emily Ann Cassidy.
Canada Erica Walker.
Dominic R. Toma.
Harrison Trey Grady.
Jordan Paul Anthony.
Jonas Reginald Young.
Matthew Lee Donahue. Ian Duncan Hogue.
Cyril Tedrick.
Kaylee Harden.
Kyle Daniel McCourt.
Alex Randall Hankins.
Garrett Zane Beaverson.
Bradley John DeHaven.
Hannah Lee Mihalik.
Blake Ryan Weissman.
Zoe Marie Compton.
Eric Michael Morris.
Catherine Marie Hinkle.
Andrew Simpson.
Jessica Lauren Gregory.
Erin Nicole Mariner.
Zachary Scott Schaefer.
Allison Mary Springer.
Cody Todd Hubner.
Rosa Avina Zuniga.
Lydia Jane Brumner.
Jewel Henderson.
Jessica N. Peffer.
Anthony Jamal Slappy.
Elena Marie Fisher.
Alexis Inez Morley.
Benjamin Michael Beatty.
Jalen Camille Pounds.
Alexander Jeffrey Simpson.
Simone Lynn Wirt.
Morgan Mary Wirt.
Desan Alexander Rhodes.
Shelby Elizabeth Mays.
Alex Along.
Patrick Allen Buzzard.
Dana Grace Pinter.
David Robert Emery.
Nathaniel John Woodhams.
Daniel Paul Coyne.
Ian Joseph Koenig.
Louis Grant Ryan.
Ryan Edward Park.
Megan Lee Glasgow.
Thomas Kramer.
Andrew Joshua Shepard.
Patricia Ann Schneider.
Daniel Eugene Donovan.
Ryan Shurhan.
Sydney Morgan Kovach.
Jacob Riley Matthey.
Cade Adam Lambert.
Matthew Ryan Heminger.
Trevor Porta.
Thomas Dannemiller.
Austin M. Curran.
Connor Harrington Fout.
Laith Douglas Rushton.
Samuel Garrett Lewis.
John Joseph Ivanich IV.
Martin Thomas Kalabik II.
Lander Merle Zook.
Tyler William Tucker.
Jacob Andrew Butler.
James Carter Ward.
Quinn Catherine Zepernick.
Eric Caleb Young.
Carl Hamilton III.
Cameron Scott Nagy.
Patrick Crago.
Hello, graduates, family members, and friends. My name is Scott Titsworth. I'm Dean of the Scripps College of Communication, and I'm thrilled to present to you graduates of the Scripps College. Graduates, please come forward.
Anne Elizabeth Herr.
Elissa Marie Matthews.
Ryan Vashon Wilson.
Flannery Patrice Juel.
Emily Marion Katanchik.
Kayla Rose Hamilton.
Emily Anna Pennington.
Jaden Michael Charles McAdams.
Kayla Elizabeth McNeil.
Connor Anthony Curick.
Catherine Rosa Bell Germa.
Marie Ann Labanovic.
Olivia Erin Yulaki.
Kira Eileen Kelly.
Aaron Nomandin.
Kevin Michael Coons.
Megan Lease.
Ben Peters.
Haley Witherell.
William Mackenzie Collins.
Megan Grace Furlong.
Sarah Marie Horn.
Megan Hope Vogelson.
Taylor John Edward Jedrzak.
Samantha Rose Polly.
Michaela E. Gress.
Megan Elizabeth Bomar.
Jamie Danielle Clarkson.
Sarah Elizabeth Martin.
Haley Nicole Bender.
Madeline Grace Prevey.
Hannah Elizabeth Schuler.
Kaylee Faith Stelling.
Gabrielle Alexis Zita.
Nicole Catherine Dinan.
Kristen Aaron Vinci.
Alex William Hauser.
Broderick Cole Forrester.
Ian Christopher Corney.
Skylar Love Moore.
Sarah Jane Nadeau.
Taylor Marie Brook.
Alyssa Donahue.
Bailey Danielle Reeser.
George Joseph Shilcock.
Gary Evan Mail.
Leah Marie Klosterman.
Travis L. Otworth.
Kayla Marie Rosengarten.
Samaria Gonzalez.
Madison Amelia Steffi.
Kyra Lynn Barksdale.
Taylor Renee Helton.
Annalie Goins.
Ellen Isabel Wagner.
Alexandria Skoronsky.
Jeremiah Kane Gould.
Allison Alexandria Hannah Vaughn.
Alexander Charles Fote.
Brooke Alexandra Belanzo.
Angela Unique Robinson Latham.
Keela Ann Kelsey.
Michaela Marie Montgomery.
Alexandra Marina Herrera.
Matthew Tyler Jones.
Alexandria Vela.
Hannah Rose Ruhoff.
Cassidy Rose Sellop.
Taylor Faye Johnston.
Devin Marie Steven.
Megan Deanne Hall.
Cameron Lightsey.
Nicole Elizabeth Harville.
Daniel Todd Copenhaver.
Daniel Gardner Kilkenny.
Stephanie Ann Wolf.
Miranda Renee Gillen.
Lee Broderick Sweeney Polinsky.
Jack Weisenbach.
Helena Lynn McCoy.
Allie Christine Lanasa.
Timothy Francis Finnegan.
Rayanne Elizabeth Ensworth.
Jackson Matthew Bear.
Kylie Miriam Ross.
Elise Suzanne Hammond.
Amanda K. Spihar.
Molly Catherine Kennedy.
Paul William Roth.
Hannah Elizabeth Moskowitz.
Joseph Cameron Hennessy.
Helen Louise Horton.
Abigail Rosemary Kay.
Jillian Ashley Spikes.
Madison May Cruz.
Colton Wheeler.
Abby Marshall.
Michaela Herrera.
Laura Grace Perrin.
Miranda Danielle Mariner.
Emily Grace DeAlbert.
Mitchell A. Cook.
Jessica Kathleen Jones.
Thomas William Peel.
Marie Chalosky.
Mackenzie Elizabeth Kane.
Victoria May Kopp.
Kaya Milena Djukanovic.
Skylar Ann Burrell. Emily Marie Finnell. Lauren Jennifer Reed. Katrina Kapranica. Abigail Lane Harder. Jevin Sislak. Lindsay Marie Hellenthal. Molly Elizabeth Kletzley. Madeline Grace Young. Gina Rose Pujoles.
Good afternoon to everyone here on the College Green and everyone watching online. I am Interim Dean Sarah Helfrich, and it is my honor to now present to you the graduates of the Gladys W. and David H. Patton College of Education. Patton College graduates, please come forward.
Ashley Louise Sumner.
Natalie Grace Basinger.
Allison Marie Richmond.
Ashley Nicole Benedict.
Alexis Marie Zapata.
Zechariah Stephen Zimmerman.
Carolyn Elizabeth I.
Bailey Ann White.
Samantha Marie Huff.
Jasmine Monet Whittington.
Taylor Dominique Kedzie.
Elizabeth Nicole Hopp.
Riley Elizabeth Van Fleet.
Elizabeth Marie Gadulgig.
Rachel Marie Jackman.
Skylar E. Graham.
Brandy Lee Jankovic.
Abigail Irene Birchfield.
Tabitha Krista Turner.
Ali Marshall.
Audrey Marie Thomas.
Arlie Page Walton.
Asia Lee Hughes.
Rachel Pinney.
Leanna Beth Haynes.
Alyssa Marie Morosky.
James Paul Cable.
Hayden Noah Messer.
Hunter William Bauscher.
Ashley Sierra Finnerty.
Christine Finn.
Stephanie Marie Fike.
Madison Bree Sweeney.
Sarah Jane Januszewski.
Victoria Angelique Bradley. Jade Lambert. Sydney Annabelle Rowlands.
Rachel Marie Brown.
Lauren Elise Keating. Samantha Marie Neppel. Mackenzie Leanne Baseman. Connor S. Singleton. Brittany Michelle Smith. Bailey Nicole Smith. Alexa Mary Goldstein. Kaylin Elizabeth Filio. Kala Marie Egelhoff. Alexis Marie Chapman. Cheyenne Bodnar. Gabrielle Schuler-Yake. Anna Grace Zurcher.
Good afternoon, graduates, family members, and friends. I'm Dr. Mai Wei, and I'm very proud to now present to you the class of 2020 graduates of Fritz and Doris Ross College of Engineering and Technology. Ross College graduates, please come forward.
Matthew Ray Wagner.
Aiden Kelleher Crowell.
David Andrew Kirka.
Donovan Chaz Booker.
Mark Joseph Baltus.
Noah Eldridge Blaine.
Matthew Schoen.
Jordan Matthew Ball.
Katrina Rose Greathouse.
Charlotte B. Capral.
Brianna Taylor Scowden.
Jessica Emily Mueller.
Basong Itia Kum.
Lydia Webster Sider.
Lydia Daphne Ramlow.
Maggie Adele Riley.
Billy Wayne Jones Jr.
Michael Donald McMahon Jr.
Nana Kessie.
Jason de Blasio Wary.
Michaela Vickers.
Edward John Mickelson.
Allie Jean Gabbard.
Gabrielle Antoinette Miller.
Ryan Patrick Dean.
Dylan Wright.
Kelsey Nicole Oberly.
Catherine Orta.
Akash Patel.
Luke Edward Kinney.
Ash N. Smith.
Alia El Gamal.
Joshua Khalil Wright.
Lucas George Johansson.
Logan Allen Wilkovich.
Anna Nicole Dunn.
Emily Nicole Sleeth.
Jonathan Robert Feisch.
Lydia Hope Schiffler.
Courtney Aaron Carr.
Nathan Philip Scholart.
Rohan Kumar Bathrina. Tyler Lee Mithke. Philip John Evans.
Hello, I am Matthew Shaftel, College of Fine Arts graduates. Are you ready? Come on down, let's celebrate you.
Travis William Piquet.
Alexis Rochelle Carlson.
Christopher Meredith Gill.
Emily Ray Lagenza.
Natalie Elizabeth Holly.
Jenna Lorraine LaRue.
Carolyn Danielle Calhoun.
Cassie Logan Kale.
Hannah Truman.
Brittany April Hawthorne.
Carolyn Elizabeth McGawkey.
Alexis Ray Bell.
Sophia Christine Van Gessel.
Victoria Lauren Critchley.
Samantha Marie Tavik.
Emily Taylor Herbst.
Brianna Diamante Bruner.
Taylor J. Manns.
Casey L. Novotny.
Jessica Amber Coors. Mary Lucille Popa. Claire Jean Stahl. Michelle Joan Lerner. Corey Lee Harper.
Hello, graduates, family members, and friends. I'm John McCarthy, and it is my pleasure to present the class of 2020 from the College of Health Sciences and Professions. Graduates of the College of Health Sciences and Professions, please come forward.
Melissa Ann Messman.
Catherine Mary Esther Camise.
Lauren Ashley Zydek.
Olivia Ann Sensi.
Emily Catherine Weidig.
Jaleisha Rotino.
Edel Briones Aristine.
Christine Nicole Connell.
Eda Waitir Kama.
Nicole Paquette Stokes.
Madison Brooke Dyer.
Haley Renee Johnson.
Isabel Clara Hutchinson. Corinne Ann Fish.
Karina L. Ann Espulgus.
Donna Luciado.
Allison Marie Hilligos.
San Juanita Benitez.
Jessie Mae Clancy.
Carly Karen Griffith.
Denisha Danielle Herring.
Alexandra Michelle Bali.
Addison Lee Burns.
Emma Leanne Kokaska.
Maya Elizabeth Brenkus.
Danielle Slifer.
Caleb John Moore.
Lucy Kamau.
Kayla Iman Price.
Lydia Helena Sharpshire.
Nicole Patrice Nussbaum.
Haley Lauren Roberts.
Morgan Christina Clark.
Mary Ashley Mayers.
Jacob Hall.
Alec Vaughn McDaniel.
Alyssa Ann McCarthy.
Samantha Nicole Twinning.
Haley Nicole Navina.
Connor Robert Allen Martin.
Mallory Diana Danzjak.
Alyssa May Kersner.
Megan Nicole Reaney.
Molly Sloan Anderson.
Natalie Maria Flower.
Sierra Nicole Miller.
Paxton Joy Lewis.
Riley Joe McCorkle.
Alyssa Renee Trischelli.
Alora Noreen Sheets.
Ashley Ann Greenlee.
Julia Rayanne Barshak.
Courtney Janae Young.
Tara Ann Schuster.
Jennifer Baxa.
Mary Beth Slegger.
Jason Michael Luck.
Lauren Gray Reese.
Brittany Lang.
Jennifer Lynn Sayers.
Nicole Danielle Parent.
Lauren Haley Skillman.
Emily Hope Cass.
Carly Joan Kirsch. Taylor Brooke Gibson. Morgan Ray Glenn Simmons. Zachary James Wetty. Catherine Helena Bofeld. Caleb William Moore. Brian Charles Bracken.
Mariah Roxanne Schaefer.
Nicole Marie Napaver.
Monica Suzanne Grauer.
Gina Marie Vitatino. Ashley Marie Agley. Emily Kate Johnson. Bridget Ann Kale. Carly Nicole Maggers. Allison Leigh Sorrentina. Macy Dean Kill. Tyler James Staunch.
Well, I can't match the previous dean. But last but not least, the amazing students from the Honors Tutorial College. I am Dr. Donald Skinner, and I'm thrilled to present to you the Honors Tutorial College class of 2020. HTC graduates, please come forward.
Shay Anna Woodburn.
Haley Appleman.
Olivia Marie Rocco.
Timothy Richard Wall.
Michaela Noel Chilinsky.
Madeline Zoe Hordinsky.
Elizabeth Grace Coleman.
Anadari Gonsuk.
Jessica Ann Hemmelgarn.
Georgia Rosemary Curran.
Blake Christian Anthony Hale.
Bethany Grace Ungar.
Hannah Lynn West.
Michaela Eberhard.
Jillian Ann Knoll.
Robert Alexander Armstrong.
Maria Danielle Evers.
Dominic Robert Detweiler.
Anna Grace Zurcher.
Riley Samantha Murray.
Graduates, family members, and friends, I'm proud to now present to you the University College graduates from the class of 2020. University College graduates, please come forward.
Little X, that's a T. You can try to educate.
Kelly Kennedy.
Taylor Catherine Robinson.
Paul Vincenzo Reek.
April Colleen Kennison.
Jacob Benjamin Hain.
Dion Terrence Hill.
Michelle Lee Clutters.
Jason Jamal Brent II.
Lavina Rudy Buffington.
Deja Elise Howard.
Carly Alyssa Cook.
Andrew Thomas Selhurst.
Summer Ashley Tingley.
Austin Harris.
Hannah M. Nagy.
Kobe Xavier Saunders.
Nicole Diane Campbell.
Vila Eve Winters.
Katie E. Bloom.
Henry H. Pham.
Marcus Allen Yates.
William Thomas Quinn.
Eric Reimers. Bonnie Annette Patterson.
Lee Sweeney Przinski.
Cassidy Lane Lindsay. Jeffrey William Anzo. Cody Odell Gu. Michael Ryan Cheney.
Congratulations once again to all of our graduates. Makes me very proud to officially welcome you, the class of 2020, into our world-renowned family of alumni. As we conclude today's ceremony, I want to leave you with a quote from the back of the Alumni Gateway on the Athens campus. So depart, that daily thou mayest better serve thy fellow men, thy country, and thy God. Thank you very much. Thank you all for coming. And when the platform party leaves the stage, this will conclude the ceremony for today. Thank you very much.